I found that immediately after filtering, it's best to drain the filters and the traps that are involved in the processing of my fuel. And what I do is I recycle fruit juice bottles, and store the sludge in them, and then I let the sludge settle out for a few days to a few weeks, and then I pour off the relatively clear fluid off the top and put all the sludge together in one bottle. And when there's a bottle full of sludge, then I take it down to a place that will recycle waste motor oil. I figure that my waste is enough like motor oil that it could go into the motor oil recycling program and not cause any problems, and it becomes a way for me to ethically dispose of my waste vegetable oil fuel process. So this canister, if you recall, has clean fuel filtered down to 1 micron, even though it's black, almost black. It's actually, if you look through it with the sunlight coming through it, it's actually a kind of dark red to amber. And that fuel is good fuel. So I'm going to collect it in these containers, and the two things I'm going to do with it: one is I'm going to pour most of it just right into the fuel tank, but I'm going to keep about a liter or a quart of it around, so as long as I run this tank of fuel, so that I can monitor it in the mornings when it's very cold. I don't want to start the engine up if the fuel is solidified, or waxed as we call it in the waste vegetable oil fuel business. Okay, so I'm going to drain that post-filter trap. And by the way, this bucket holds a gallon. Okay, and that'll be for draining the big 20-inch bag filter canister. Okay, so here we go. I've got my valve at the bottom, and I'm going to drain the nice clear fuel from the from my visual indicator. Okay, it looks like that canister is going to end up holding a gallon or 4 liters of oil, which means that the 20-inch canister should be holding twice that. Okay, so we ended up with 1 gallon or 2 half-gallon containers or 4 liters of good fuel stored in that container. And I'm going to just pour one of these right into the fuel tank when I'm done with those. Okay, so now we're going to drain into our short bucket the 20-inch filter. That's interesting. The oil looks pretty clear in there too. And what that says is settling oil. This oil is settled probably for 2 months. It's helped. The oil source was fairly clean, and then adding gasoline to it and allowing the blend of gasoline and vegetable oil to sit around for at least 24 hours causes most of the contaminants to precipitate out. Okay, so now I have 2 Y traps that are below this operation and behind my tool bin, and we're going to go ahead and drain them as well. All right, so this is the this is the 80 mesh Y trap, and open the valve, drain the oil out. And it's pretty clear looking oil, really. So it's, thanks to a good source and lots of settling and the purification process that's involved in just simply blending petrol or gasoline with waste vegetable oil to make diesel fuel. Alright, so that's good enough. Alright. Now let's see if we can get the other one. Alright. There we go. Alright, so this is the 40 mesh screen, wide trap with a 40 mesh screen. And oh, that's pretty black looking. So the 40 mesh screen trapped a lot of the sludge, which is good. And we've now successfully drained the wide traps and the filter and our clean fuel trap. And now we're ready for back flushing the filters.